saying the Lord's name.
Yeah.
I was going to clear up the whole weed smoking thing. I heard Apostle Zahar, I don't know if you saw that video.
He said under a circumstance.
Right. Circumstances that is really for medicinal, sincere medicinal health. Because it's not the act of smoking that's a sin. It's what letting opening up yourself spiritually, and then now demons happen on you that'll lead you to the sin.
Yeah.
It's just not a wise way to live your life.
Yeah,
and you're not in your right mind. You're not sober minded.
Right, because one of the things listed when you read, I think it's either Galatians 5 or Ephesians 5, where it talks about the works of the flesh. One of them being witchcraft. And witchcraft, it goes into pharmakia. So if you're doing drug use and you're doing it for a recreational purpose, of taking actual drugs, now you're tapping into another realm. You're allowing spirits that protrude on you, and that can end very bad for you. So it's the reason why the Lord told us not to indulge in witchcraft. But certain dudes, they'll even make that a doctrine where, no, I could get closer to my creator if I take this shroom.
The higher I get.
Like the one nigga, he said that mushrooms was basically the manna. In Egypt that came down. That manna. He said that's talking about shrooms. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Opens your third eye, brother.
That puts heavy demons on you.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, you start smoking weed, then next thing you know, you niggas start smoking something else. It's always,
Somebody lays something.
Yeah, come on. Well, this man, just a little bit of meth and just a little coke in it.
It's just
So,
a
just a little bit, yeah, it's all right.
A little fentanyl. Take the edge off.
Yeah, niggas selling drugs in the truth.
Hey, we know
All
what
kinds of shit.
we know the scripture says. We know that alcohol isn't against the law of the scripture, but it's not always expedient, especially to go to a certain level. And what level is that? The same level where that Noah drunk, we call it, right? Or that Lot drunk, that you lose the sober-mindedness, and that's when the demons will have fun.
Overdose, gluttonous with your alcohol.
Exactly.
Really, when you abuse it.
Right.
You know, when everything is
Done in moderation.
moderation. You abuse anything. You eat too much, chicken or something.
Yeah.
It's consequences.
I got it real quick. It's Sirach 37:27. It says, "My son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it." We gotta know what our limits are, man. We gotta know what's good and bad for us. We should know by now. I shouldn't be doing this because I know it has the capacity, the ability to put demons on me, man. I'm playing with fire right now.
But at the same time, bro, if you high and you drunk all the time, where's your time dedicated to the Lord?
Right. Where's that focus?
Right. Where's that?
That's the whole time.
Right. Okay.
That's why the scripture says, we're supposed to know what's evil unto us, man. Okay? If something is, if you take something and it's the result of it is not a good result, right there and then you should know, hey, I gotta stay away from this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like the brother said, it's a lot of things that's not necessarily going off, but when you begin to overindulge in those things, it becomes harmful. It throws you off balance. That's the whole thing. You got to stay balanced in the truth. The brother read the precept. That's self-examination. And not only that, but acknowledgement. You got to be willing to understand. Okay, this ain't going off, but let me slow down on this. I'm starting to go carried away. That's what we all do,
Examine yourself, brother. You being faithful. That's part of the self-examination. Knowing when you're slipping. Acknowledging and knowing when you're slipping.
He said, righteous man knows when he slips.
Righteous man falls 7 times.
A wise man knowing when
A
wise man knows when he's slipping. Because you don't want to offend yourself and you don't want to offend others around you. You don't want to be a stumbling block to nobody.
Bad example.
You don't want to be a bad example, but somebody that's used to setting examples, when they're getting constant praise, they become complacent and they don't think that they're setting examples, bad examples. And their positions start to get to their head. They become heady and high-minded and don't see how they can be a stumbling block to those that are looking up to them. And that's why it's dangerous for a dude like the guy who we're talking about to be in his position of leadership.
To be consider himself a leader
Yeah.
of Israel.
With his mindset,
he's not
is terrible.
disciplined
That's a
enough
terrible
to
combination.
He's not disciplined enough, and he's not
Yeah.
willing to serve others more than his own self, to sacrifice his own pleasures and situations of glory for others' growth's sake.
If I may
He's
say,
really got something too.
if I may say real quick, one thing that I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm not sure brothers can agree, but one thing I noticed that the apostles display is humility. That's one of the main things I see those men display is humility. And Eleazar being a leader, he doesn't display humility. And those who's watching them, they're gonna think that that's the mindset to be in. That's the spirit to be in. That's the stumbling block.
Scriptures say the more greater they are, the more humble thyself. You're not supposed to get more proud the more you get exalted. That's why, like that's a perfect scripture. See what is evil for you and give not yourself to it. If you know that a lot of praise and accolades is gonna cause it to where you're gonna get beside yourself, it's gonna get to your head, then I would shun praise. I wouldn't want it. Because I'm gonna take that, like, if that could be a stumbling block to my soul, to where I just really start to get beside myself, that can end bad for me.
Jay comes to the truth. Ain't really had no wins from the world.
Man.
Now you can argue with
You was a
women.
loser all your life until this
Yeah,
moment.
now you can argue women and argue philosophies and religion a little bit now.
Yeah.
So you see places you get W, but is the argument getting to what the goal of him that gave you this word accomplished? Or is it accomplishing some W's around here? The overall mission is the goal. Let's get back to this brother has something. You said you have something right now?
I still want to finish Ezekiel because it's still
exactly.
And also, he's supposed to finish 2 Peter.
Yeah, exactly.
Timothy 1 and 5 in the NLT, right? The purpose of my instruction is that all believers would be filled with love that comes from a pure heart and clear conscience and genuine in faith. But some people have missed his whole point. They have turned away from those things and spend their time in meaningless discussions. They want to be known as teachers
like that debate spirit.
Yeah, that's heavy.
That debating spirit, man. You want to be seen on camera getting all these oohs and ahs from people that's tuning in and throwing hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button. That's what you're doing this for. So you can look good in front of the people that are watching. Read that again.
They have turned away from these things and spend their time in meaningless discussions. They want to be known as teachers of the law of Moses, but they don't know what they are talking about, even though they speak so confidently.
That's right out the park, bro.
Okay. They got that debate
Especially
spirit.
IUIC.
They got that. They got that cut spirit. They want to cut people with the scriptures. Yes, but that's their main purpose. A lot of these guys don't want see the scripture, cut this guy.
They have their titles of their videos.
They ain't doing it for edification.
Yeah, you out here trying to edify and bring sincere listeners to watch you and get edified, but yet you're gonna put on your title, Brian from Jagged Edge,
Yeah.
is at camp. Like, what is your objective here?
Exactly. What's the
Why would you
intent?
put that in the title? What was the intent behind it?
That's it.
That's it. Exactly. It's not about really sincerely teaching the word, man.
I had 2 Peter 2:13. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, and they that counted pleasure to riot in the same day. Spots they are in blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. Having
That's the reason for spots and blemishes to the bottom. Okay? Because they make all these offenses, whether in action or dirty doctrines. Yeah.
having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart.
Yeah, that shows no fear. You don't have a healthy sense of fear of the Most High, that you'll really come into this thing. That shows you a lot of dudes don't know what they're involved in, man. You know, eyes full of adultery, meaning you just think that you're gonna be able to marry this truth with other things of this world, and think that that's just gonna fly, man. You're gonna marry the things that are holy with the things that are profane. You know, joining the church with a harlot, some type of worldly philosophy, and you're gonna try to amalgamate it with the truth. A lot of these, that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to bridge this truth with the world, man. Because you want the best of both worlds. That's what it is.
And then you think when it's time to put the world aside and be full on Hebrew Israelite, you can do it. Like you could turn the switch on, you can put it on like a t-shirt or something. It don't work like that. Because your faith is not fully in this truth. Your actions, your efforts are not fully in this truth. They in the world. They half foot in the world, half foot in the truth. Now I don't consider them in the truth. If you in the world, in any form, any capacity.
And you gotta understand, does the Most High consider you
Right.
a part of the truth and part of the world? Well, we know what was that 1 John?
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
You also got Matthew 6.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the
Pride
pride
of
of life.
It's
It's not of the Father, but it's of the world.
It goes down to say
Anybody that loves the world is an enemy of the Most High.
Yeah.
And then one more right there also where it says
Fashion of this world is getting ready to pass away.
19th verse. It says they went out from us, they were not of us.
None.
So why was that put right after that? Because the people that it was talking about were of the world. They really had the spirit of Antichrist. You know? And
Like you had Demas.
Yep.
You know, when Paul called out Demas,
And Alexander,
because he loved this present world, he forsaken me in the ministry.
Yep.
Because he loved the world.
Was it Alexander the coppersmith too?
He brought in false doctrine. He brought in false teachings.
So real quick, I hit that 19th verse. This is 1 John 2:19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. And that's when you don't know that they don't know when they fell out. That they're still teaching, but they really have fallen away, right?
And that shows you right there, like when it says they were not of us. They went out from us because they were not of us. That's like when Yahweh Shai spoke that hard saying about eating his flesh and drinking his blood.
Yep.
You had those disciples that left in John the 6th chapter because they wasn't spiritual and they really didn't have faith. They wasn't thorough believers. They were just following it was like a movement to them.
Yeah.
It was like a movement until the Lord got spiritual on them, and that's when they
couldn't handle it.
they were like, yeah, this ain't for us.
That's what a lot of the Sakari followers believe. This is a movement that, like some Black Panther shit, where we gonna overthrow the government. We got the Bible, we got Yahweh Shai on our side. So, nah, it ain't about none of that.
There's some movement where we can come together as blacks and Hispanics,
Right.
Chicken,
and
drink
get our
wine.
we can eat chicken.
You know?
We can get our music up off the ground. We can take opportunities and get into the industry.
Yeah.
We can network with celebrities.
Yeah. We can
become an Israelite celebrity, YouTube sensation, make money.
Make reality TV shows.
Yeah, man.
All